This video will focus on two spooky, abandoned, scary stories.
It was the late 1950s, and the air was thick with the promise of adventure. Kathy, my little girlfriend who had recently moved to Paramus, came back to visit one late spring morning. We were young and daring, and our curiosity led us to explore the abandoned real estate office building across the street from my old apartment. The door to the building creaked open, beckoning us inside with its eerie invitation. With hearts pounding, we stepped into the darkness, our footsteps echoing against the empty walls. The air was musty, filled with the scent of decay and forgotten dreams. As we ventured deeper into the building, shadows danced around us, playing tricks on our senses. Suddenly, we looked up to see her, a woman standing before us, silent and unmoving. My heart leapt into my throat as I realized we were not alone. Her presence sent shivers down my spine. She was like a specter from another time, her form illuminated by the dim light filtering through the dusty windows. Clad in a dark green dress, she exuded an otherworldly aura, her gaze piercing through the darkness. And then she spoke, a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the building. "This is my house," she said, her words sending a chill down my spine. Kathy and I exchanged terrified glances, unsure of what to do next. But there was something about her, something beyond the realm of the living. She spoke of Camp Merritt, a place of wartime anguish and sorrow. Could she be a ghost, trapped in a cycle of reliving her past reality? The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. This building, once a bustling hub of activity, now stood as a monument to the horrors of war. The spirits of the past lingered here, their presence palpable in the air. Suddenly, the silence was shattered by a deafening crash, that sent us scrambling for safety. Shadows danced and twisted around us, mocking our fear as we struggled to find our way out of the darkness. But just as quickly as it had begun, the chaos subsided, leaving us shaken but alive. As we stumbled out into the light of day, I couldn't shake the feeling that we had witnessed something beyond our understanding, a glimpse into the dark and twisted history of Camp Merritt. And though we may never fully understand the horrors that lurked within those walls, one thing was certain: we had survived, our souls forever haunted by the ghostly apparition that had crossed our path. But as we walked away, I couldn't help but wonder, what other secrets lay hidden within the shadows, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to seek them out?
In the heart of the English countryside lies a relic of nostalgia turned into a nightmare, Crinkly Bottom Park, Dunblobin. Once a vibrant amusement park themed after the iconic Mr. Blobby from the 1990s television series, it now stands as a decaying monument to forgotten childhood memories. Ghost hunters flock to this desolate place, drawn by rumours of otherworldly encounters and spectral sightings. I, Stephen, pride myself on my courage in the face of the unknown. As an avid ghost hunter in the UK, I've explored many haunted locations, seeking to capture evidence of the supernatural, but nothing could prepare me for what awaited me at Crinkly Bottom Park. The air hung heavy with the stench of decay as I stepped through the rusted gates of the abandoned amusement park. The once bright and colourful attractions now loomed like silent sentinels in the moonlight, casting eerie shadows across the deserted pathways. My pulse quickened as I made my way deeper into the heart of the park, my flashlight casting a feeble beam into the darkness. Every creak and groan of the dilapidated structures sent shivers down my spine, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. And then I saw him, Mr. Blobby, the grotesque figure from my childhood nightmares, lurking in the shadows. His bulbous pink form seemed to pulsate with malevolent energy, his toothy grin sending a chill down my spine. And his eyes, oh God, those jiggling green eyes that seemed to pierce into my very soul. "Blobby," he croaked in his electronically altered voice, a mocking tone lacing his words. With each step I took, he seemed to materialize before me, taunting me with his presence. I tried to flee, to escape the nightmare that had become all too real, but Mr. Blobby was relentless. He danced around me, his laughter echoing through the deserted park, driving me to the brink of madness. I stumbled and fell, my heart pounding in my chest as Mr. Blobby loomed over me, his grin widening impossibly. "Blobby, Blobby," he chanted, the sound reverberating in my ears like a death knell. And then, just as suddenly as he had appeared, Mr. Blobby vanished into the darkness, leaving me alone in the silent ruins of Crinkly Bottom Park. But the terror did not end there. As I sit here, recounting my ordeal, a knock echoes through the stillness of my home. I approach the door and find a package waiting for me. I tear open the package to reveal Mr. Blobby's famous bow tie, yellow with multicoloured polka dots. And as I stare at it with trembling hands, a sense of dread washes over me, for I know that the nightmare has only just begun.
If you have enjoyed these spooky abandoned stories, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel Jump Scare Tales for more scary stories.